Alright guys, welcome back to Living Our American Dream. Today is February 22nd, 2019, and I'm looking around in the driveway and I see mud on the ground, which can only mean one thing. Maple syrup season has started. Today it is about, I would say, 36, 37 degrees, bright sunshine, and this weekend we're supposed to have 40s with the temperatures dropping below freezing at night, so perfect maple sap collection temperatures. So earlier this week, knowing this was coming, I put out 56 out of 60 of my taps for the season. So there's 56 taps out in the woods right now. I was short 4 buckets, and a friend of mine, Chris, thank you if you watch this, got me my last 4 buckets today after work. So on the way home I picked those up from Chris, and I'm gonna go get those cleaned up right now, and I'm gonna go put those last 4 taps in. I'll take you guys with me, and in case you haven't watched my earlier videos from last year, I'll show you how to do a maple tap in a tree to collect sap, and we'll kind of walk through some of the equipment. And a little special treat today. Normally I would take the side-by-side, just throw everything in the back of the Kubota RTV that I have, but you know what? Only 4 buckets and limited amount of tools. I think we're gonna take the Jeep for a ride today. So stick around, this should be fun. All right, we got our gear all loaded up. Here's 4 buckets that I just cleaned, 4 lids. And inside here we've got our drill, our rubber mallet for tapping the taps in, 4 taps. And if you can see down in there, we got some bricks for weight. Let's get this thing done. So I'll do a full review on this vehicle in the future, where I go through the interior and the exterior. Just gonna take a peek at everything. Right now, I'm just trying around on some hills up here on the property. Take a peek as we come up here. You can see I got a few of these already in the woods right there by the rear blind here, a couple up here. I'm going to end up with 20 in this location. You can see them all around here, pretty close. And then there's 40 in another location over by the, well, we call it combine trail because there's an old piece of equipment there that resembles an old combine. But we'll have 40 over there and 20 over here. Last year we put in 55. This year the objective, well, I should say we put in 55 taps and we made 8.5 gallons of syrup. And we quit probably a week or 2 before we had to. But this year, we're gonna put in all 60, and we're gonna try to make over 10 gallons. Because quite frankly, last year we ran out. So I like to give some of this away to friends and family and whoever I feel like giving it away to. So it's nice to have a little bit extra. So let's get these 4 put in. All right, so this tree, you can see that spot right there. That's where I tapped this tree last year, and it's actually healed right up pretty good. We don't want to tap right next to that, so we're going to put a tap in right over here on this side. And what I'm going to do is just hold my tap up here and measure how high I want it to be. And this is a 5/16 inch drill bit. We're going to angle up just a little bit into the tree. We're going to go in about 2 inches. We're going to make sure the hole's nice and clean before we come out of it. And actually, maybe you guys can see, in that hole. Where's my hole? Right there. You see that maple sap just pouring out of there already. So that would have been dripping on here all day like this. And we're gonna put a tap in this thing and start collecting this. So it was a good day today. Hopefully my other 56 taps did good. Let's just back the camera up a little bit. Oh boy, you can still see it going. Okay, so now we're just gonna take we wanna make sure that hole's nice and clear, so all the chips gotta come out of there. We're gonna put our tap in the end. We're gonna take a little rubber mallet and just gently tap that in there until it doesn't wanna go anymore. What we don't wanna do is split this wood. If we split the wood, then the sap will run right around the tap and down the side of the tree like it was. So now, if you can see this on camera, I've got a little hole in the side of my bucket. We're just gonna put our hose in the side of the bucket and level this up. And I got some weights, either a rock or a brick or something. And that'll be a setup. Back up right there. So hose goes in there and we'll just come back here periodically a couple times a week, and the way this goes this weekend, it should be probably Sunday. We'll come back here and check these out. There should be some sap in here. So 3 more to go. Here's our spot from last year, right there. So we'll get us a spot cleared. Set our bucket down. I got my weight laying here already. So we'll measure roughly where I want that to be, is right here. Put us a hole. Nice clean hole. I see the sap coming out already. Clean our tap up. Nice and easy so as not to split the wood. In goes our tube. Some of these buckets I have to prop up with a stick just to make sure that they're level so they don't tip over when they start to get full. When they get the weight of the bucket in them, if they're tipping sideways, they'll tip over on you. So I'll wait to hold the lid on and we're on to the next one. Look at that. Can you see that in the video, I hope? Pouring right out of there. It's a good day today. The sunshine helps. So the sunshine hits the top of this tree and it causes the capillary action. If you remember from your junior high science class, capillary action is when the tissues in the side of the tree can actually, or even paper, you can do this with a Kleenex or a tissue, it actually draws fluid up. Based on just the porousness of the tissue. So the sun's hitting the top of this tree and helping it warm up and expand, and as it expands it draws that fluid through the root system and we end up with sap. So it was a good day today, good sunny day. couple of these right now. See how they did during the day today. This is one we put in yesterday. Oh yeah, you can see there's sap in that tube. I come in here, take off my lid. Nice steady flow right now. I have a feeling this morning probably was not ideal, and it probably didn't start flowing like this until probably 2 or 3 o'clock, and right now it's probably 5 or 5:30. We're running low on daylight now, so I guess let's wrap it up, jump in the Jeep, and let's head back to the house. Man, what a beautiful day today. Sun's going down. I mentioned before to you guys in a previous video that I take all my YouTube videos on my iPhone. I put this mount on the Jeep, and we're gonna put this thing in here and just see how this thing works if I wanted to take some video, say on a trail or off-road or something. Let's just see how this thing works. So a little bit about the property.
Friday contest.
Whoops.
And
turn that off. And again, I'm just trying this out. I have no idea how this is going to work. It looks a little shaky to me, but maybe this will work out. So straight ahead of us here, let's see if I can pull this out of here. Straight ahead of us here, this will be the neighbor's property. And west of ours. Turn over to the side right here. Alright guys, that's this week's video on setting up our maple taps. In the coming few videos, we're going to be going over our stove, and hopefully by the end of this weekend, or at least into next week, we'll be able to start cooking some of this syrup and show you the whole process. So hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked the videos, click subscribe, share them with your friends, hit the like button, and appreciate you watching.